What's happening in the world of sports and beyond? We've got the inside scoop you won't want to miss. From game-changing plays to unexpected twists, the news cycle never stops, and neither do we. Get ready for the hottest updates, the biggest stories, and the most talked-about moments, all right here, right now. You're tuned into Hollywood Men, and we're diving headfirst into the action. Don't blink, because you might miss it. First up, a major update on a superstar athlete's pitching schedule and a key player sidelined. We're breaking down what this means for the team and the upcoming games. Will this shakeup impact the standings? We've got all the details you need to stay ahead of the game. Next, we're heading to the gridiron for a look at a highly anticipated NFL matchup. Two promising quarterbacks are set to make their mark, and a new coaching era is dawning. Who's ready to prove themselves under the bright lights? We're dissecting the strategies and the stakes involved. And finally, we're touching base on a significant development in the world of tennis, with a legendary champion revealing a personal health battle and a major tournament seeing its top contenders advance. Plus, we've got roster moves and player updates that could reshape the season. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Ace on the mound, catcher out of the game. Dodgers ace Shohei Ohtani's pitching schedule has been adjusted, and catcher Will Smith is sidelined, creating ripples in Los Angeles. Dodgers two-way sensation Shohei Ohtani, a cornerstone of the team's success, is set to make his next pitching appearance on Monday against the Colorado Rockies in Los Angeles. This adjustment comes after Ohtani was originally slated to pitch on Wednesday in Pittsburgh, but was scratched due to a chest cold. He was limited to designated hitter duties in that game, with Emmett Sheehan taking the mound for the Dodgers' 3-0 loss. Manager Dave Roberts cited the need to give Ohtani ample recovery time, ensuring he can perform at his best for his next start, which is crucial given his dual role as both a pitcher and hitter. Ohtani will continue to serve as the designated hitter while he recovers. This situation highlights the delicate balance the Dodgers must maintain with their star player, especially after he missed the entire previous season recovering from his second Tommy John surgery. His return to pitching this season on June 16th has been met with anticipation, and he's posted a 1-1 record with a 4.18 ERA through 11 starts. Offensively, Ohtani continues to be a dominant force, batting .280 with an impressive 46 home runs, and leading the National League with 125 runs scored and a .610 slugging percentage. Compounding the Dodgers' challenges, starting catcher Will Smith was absent from the lineup for Thursday night's game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Smith suffered a bruised right hand on Wednesday when a foul ball struck him. While X-rays taken Wednesday night were negative, the team is awaiting further imaging results from Thursday to assess the full extent of the injury. Manager Roberts indicated that Smith is unlikely to play through the weekend, potentially missing the upcoming 3-game series in Baltimore that begins Friday. Smith has been a key offensive contributor this season, boasting a .296 batting average with 17 home runs in 109 games. With Smith sidelined, rookie catcher Dalton Rushing is expected to handle the majority of the catching duties. The Dodgers have also made roster moves to bolster their catching depth, selecting the contract of veteran catcher Ben Rortvedt from AAA Oklahoma City and optioning infielder Alex Freeland. Additionally, right-handed pitcher Alexis Diaz was designated for assignment to make space on the 40-man roster for Rortvedt. Rortvedt brings some major league experience, having played parts of 4 seasons with Minnesota, the New York Yankees, and Tampa Bay. The team also announced that third baseman Max Muncy is expected to begin a rehab assignment with Oklahoma City on Thursday night, as he works his way back from a strained right oblique injury sustained on August 15th. The absence of both Ohtani from the mound and Smith behind the plate presents a significant test for the Dodgers' depth and strategy. Fans and analysts are closely watching how the team adapts to these key absences while contending with the rigorous MLB schedule. But don't go anywhere, because the sports world is buzzing with even more developments. Next, we're diving into the high-stakes world of the NFL, where new talent and old rivalries are set to ignite the season. Rookie QB debuts as Bears host Vikings in primetime clash. J.J. McCarthy's highly anticipated NFL debut headlines a pivotal NFC North opener for the Chicago Bears, signaling a new era under coach Ben Johnson. The Chicago Bears are set to host J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings on Monday night in a matchup that will immediately test the Bears' readiness for prime time. This season opener carries immense significance for Chicago, especially with the recent hiring of new head coach Ben Johnson, who was brought in with the primary goal of maximizing the potential of prized quarterback Caleb Williams. The Bears, who finished last season with a disappointing 5-12 record, will not have to wait long to gauge their standing within the competitive NFC North Division. Their Week 2 opponent, the Detroit Lions, along with the Vikings, posted a combined 29-5 record last season, underscoring the challenge ahead. For the Minnesota Vikings, this game marks the long-awaited debut of quarterback J.J. McCarthy. McCarthy, a highly touted prospect, missed his entire rookie year due to a knee injury, making his first NFL start a moment of keen interest for fans and analysts alike. His performance will be scrutinized as he steps into a leadership role for the Vikings. The game also features Caleb Williams for the Bears, who, despite being the first overall pick in the 2024 draft, experienced a somewhat choppy rookie season. The presence of two promising young quarterbacks facing off in a division rivalry game adds a compelling narrative to the season opener. Adding further intrigue, the game represents the debut of Ben Johnson as the Bears' head coach. Johnson, who spent the past 3 seasons as the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, is tasked with revitalizing the Bears' offense and overall team performance. His strategic acumen will be on full display as he navigates the challenges of his first head coaching role in the NFL. Beyond the quarterback and coaching storylines, other players are also making their return or solidifying their roles. Receiver Jauan Jennings is reportedly ready to focus on the upcoming season after successfully resolving a calf injury and contract negotiations. Jennings worked out a deal with the San Francisco 49ers to add $3 million in playing time incentives to his contract, bringing his potential earnings for the season up to $10.5 million. He returned to practice Monday after a 5-week absence and expressed his satisfaction with the resolution, stating his readiness for the opener on Sunday in Seattle. General Manager John Lynch has also voiced optimism about a long-term agreement with Jennings, who emerged as a critical player for the 49ers last season. In other NFL news, the Cincinnati Bengals, under coach Zach Taylor, are aiming for a fast start to the season, a point of emphasis throughout the offseason. They open as 5-1 2-point favorites against the Cleveland Browns. This is a crucial game for the Bengals, who struggled in openers last year, including a home loss as heavy favorites to New England. Cincinnati's opening day record under Taylor is 1-5, with 3 consecutive losses. The Browns, who finished 3-14 last season, have brought back quarterback Joe Flacco, who led them to the playoffs in 2023. The Philadelphia Phillies secured a 2-0 victory over the Milwaukee Brewers, with Trea Turner's 7th-inning single proving to be the difference. This win gave the Phillies a series victory against the Brewers, both leaders in their respective NL divisions. Phillies pitcher Ranger Suarez delivered 6 shutout innings, while Brewers pitcher Freddie Peralta extended his scoreless streak to 29 innings. In a development that could impact the Raiders' season opener against the Patriots, veteran wide receiver Amari Cooper was not necessarily expected to contribute significantly. Meanwhile, filmmaker Ava DuVernay and U.S. Open tournament director Stacey Alister were honored with the Billie Jean King Champions of Equality Award, recognizing their contributions to gender equality in sports and beyond. The award, established in 2023, celebrates pioneers in the field, with past recipients including Venus Williams and Shonda Rhimes. The Seattle Seahawks are preparing for an early NFC West showdown against the San Francisco 49ers. The Seahawks will feature Sam Darnold at quarterback, while the 49ers have Robert Sale at the helm. San Francisco will be without wide receiver Brandon Ayuk, but Christian McCaffrey is healthy. The Seahawks' defense is expected to be near full strength. Clay Helton, former USC head coach, is returning to the Coliseum to face his old team with Georgia Southern. Helton coached 70 games over 8 seasons at USC before his firing 4 years ago and expressed no public bitterness about his departure. In women's tennis, Aryna Sabalenka is set to face Jessica Pegula in the U.S. Open semifinals, while Naomi Osaka will meet Amanda Anisimova. The winners will advance to the championship match on Saturday. The Minnesota Vikings' season opener against the Chicago Bears on Monday night will feature J.J. McCarthy, making his first NFL start after a rookie year marred by injury. Bears quarterback Caleb Williams will also be under the microscope after a challenging first season. Garrett Wilson of the New York Jets reflected on his time playing with Aaron Rodgers, calling it a learning experience. The Jets are set to face Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday. Sam Farmer of the Los Angeles Times provided his predictions for Week 1 of the NFL season. Boston Legacy, an expansion team in the National Women's Soccer League, has hired Philippa Padow as its first head coach. Padow aims to make history with the club. The Kansas City Chiefs are set to face the Los Angeles Chargers in São Paulo, Brazil. The Chiefs have dominated this series, winning 7 straight against the Chargers. In a surprising move, the Las Vegas Raiders veteran wide receiver Amari Cooper has retired just over a week after signing a 1-year contract to return to the team. Raiders offensive coordinator Chip Kelly expressed admiration for Cooper's career. Micah Parsons hopes to debut for the Green Bay Packers against the Detroit Lions, though a back issue has limited his practice time. For the Lions, Aiden Hutchinson is back after a broken leg. Germany suffered an unexpected 2-0 loss to Slovakia in World Cup qualifying, putting their campaign in jeopardy. Spain, Poland, and Belgium all secured victories in their respective qualifying matches. Cleveland Browns All-Pro defensive end Myles Garrett's status for the season opener against the Bengals is uncertain due to a hip injury. The NBA is investigating a $28 million endorsement deal involving Kawhi Leonard and a sustainability company, looking into potential salary cap violations by the Los Angeles Clippers. Saints rookie coach Kellen Moore makes his regular season debut against the Arizona Cardinals, with second-year QB Spencer Rattler starting. A lawsuit alleging former Fox Sports host Skip Bayless made unwanted advances toward a hairstylist has been resolved, with the network stating the matter is settled. Baltimore Ravens tight end Mark Andrews is focused on the new season, aiming to move past last season's playoff loss to the Bills. Tennis legend Björn Borg revealed in his upcoming memoir that he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, which is now in remission after surgery in 2024. Carolina Panthers quarterback Bryce Young is focused on the upcoming season, looking to build on a strong finish last year. 2 fill-in offensive tackles will protect quarterbacks for the Atlanta Falcons and Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their season opener. Chicago Sky star Angel Reese apologized to her teammates for comments made in a Chicago Tribune article. The Tennessee Titans are looking to start the Cam Ward era, with hopes of replicating the Denver Broncos' success with Bo Nix. The Indianapolis Colts are aiming to change direction, with new starting quarterback Daniel Jones and defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo. Nick Benito's impressive performance has led to a significant financial windfall. Ben Shelton and Tommy Paul have withdrawn from the U.S. Davis Cup team due to injuries, with replacements named. Aaron Rodgers is set to make his Steelers debut against the Jets at MetLife Stadium, facing his former team. The Kansas City Chiefs face the Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil, with the Chiefs aiming for their 10th consecutive AFC West title. In college football, the schedule includes a 9 p.m. matchup on Friday, September 5th. In women's college volleyball, a game is scheduled for 1 p.m. on Friday, September 5th. The NFL's most recent MVPs, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, will face off in a primetime showdown to open the season, a rematch of a close playoff game. And that's just a glimpse of the action heating up across the sports world. Get ready, because we're about to dive deep into the stories that are defining the season and capturing headlines. Legendary tennis champion reveals health battle, top seeds advance at U.S. Open. Tennis icon Björn Borg announces his successful fight against prostate cancer, while the U.S. Open women's semifinals set the stage for a thrilling final. Tennis legend Björn Borg has revealed in the final chapter of his upcoming memoir, titled Heartbeats, that he was diagnosed with an extremely aggressive form of prostate cancer. In a candid interview with the Associated Press, Borg shared the positive news that the cancer is now in remission following an operation in 2024. His most recent tests in August came back clean, and he is reportedly feeling well. Borg, who famously retired from professional tennis at the young age of 26, amassed an incredible 11 Grand Slam singles titles during his initial career. His memoir delves into various aspects of his life, including his decision to retire early, his experiences with drug use, and his personal relationships. Meanwhile, the U.S. Open women's singles tournament is heading towards its climax. In a highly anticipated semifinal matchup, defending champion Aryna Sabalenka is set to face Jessica Pegula. This rematch of last year's final is scheduled to begin Thursday night on Arthur Ashe Stadium. Following that match, four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka will compete against Amanda Anisimova. The winners of these two semifinal contests will advance to play each other in the championship match on Saturday. Sabalenka secured her third Grand Slam title by defeating Pegula in straight sets in the 2024 U.S. Open final, while Osaka has claimed two of her four major titles in New York. Both Pegula and Anisimova are striving for their first Grand Slam championship. In other sports news, the Philadelphia Phillies edged out the Milwaukee Brewers with a 2-0 victory, thanks to Trea Turner's go-ahead RBI single in the seventh inning. This win gave the Phillies a crucial series victory against the Brewers, two teams leading their respective National League divisions. Phillies pitcher Ranger Suarez pitched 6 shutout innings, while Brewers starter Freddie Peralta continued his impressive streak of scoreless innings, reaching 29 before allowing a run. Peralta struck out 8 batters over 5 innings. The game remained scoreless until Alec Boehm hit a triple in the 7th, setting up Turner's clutch hit. The NFL season is also beginning to take shape with several key storylines. The Chicago Bears will host J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings on Monday night, marking McCarthy's highly anticipated NFL debut after missing his rookie year due to a knee injury. This game also features Bears quarterback Caleb Williams and the debut of new head coach Ben Johnson. Receiver Joan Jennings of the San Francisco 49ers has resolved a calf injury and contract dispute, returning to practice and expressing readiness for the season opener. The Cincinnati Bengals are aiming for a fast start under coach Zach Taylor, facing the Cleveland Browns as favorites. The Browns, despite a 3-14 record last season, have brought back quarterback Joe Flacco. In a surprising turn of events, veteran wide receiver Amari Cooper has retired from the NFL just over a week after signing a 1-year contract to return to the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders offensive coordinator Chip Kelly expressed his respect for Cooper's remarkable career. Filmmaker Ava DuVernay and U.S. Open Tournament director Stacey Allaster have been honored with the Billie Jean King Champions of Equality Award for their contributions to gender equality. This award celebrates trailblazers in the field. The Seattle Seahawks are preparing for an early NFC West clash against the San Francisco 49ers, with Sam Darnold set to start at quarterback for Seattle. The 49ers will be without receiver Brandon Ayuk, but have Christian McCaffrey healthy. Clay Helton, the former USC head coach, is returning to the Coliseum to face his old team with Georgia Southern. Garrett Wilson of the New York Jets reflected on his time playing with Aaron Rodgers, calling it a valuable learning experience. The Jets are scheduled to play Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday. Sam Farmer of the Los Angeles Times has released his predictions for Week 1 of the NFL season. Boston Legacy, an expansion team in the National Women's Soccer League, has appointed Philippa Padow as its first head coach, with Padow aiming to make history. The Kansas City Chiefs are slated to face the Los Angeles Chargers in Sao Paulo, Brazil, continuing their dominant series. Micah Parsons is hoping to make his debut for the Green Bay Packers against the Detroit Lions, though a back issue might affect his availability. The Lions will have Aiden Hutchinson back from injury. Germany suffered a surprising 2-0 defeat to Slovakia in World Cup qualifying, impacting their path to the 2026 tournament. Other qualifying results saw Spain, Poland, and Belgium secure wins. Myles Garrett, an all-pro defensive end for the Cleveland Browns, is uncertain for the season opener due to a hip injury. The NBA is investigating a significant endorsement deal involving Kawhi Leonard and a sustainability company, examining potential salary cap rule violations by the Los Angeles Clippers. Saints rookie head coach Kellen Moore will make his regular season debut against the Arizona Cardinals, with Spencer Rattler starting at quarterback. A lawsuit filed by a former hairstylist alleging unwanted advances from Skip Bayless has been resolved, according to Fox Sports. Baltimore Ravens tight end Mark Andrews is looking forward to the new season, aiming to put last year's playoff loss behind them. Carolina Panthers quarterback Bryce Young is focused on the upcoming season, seeking to build on a promising end to the previous year. Atlanta Falcons and Tampa Bay Buccaneers will rely on fill-in offensive tackles to protect their quarterbacks in their season opener. Chicago Sky star Angel Reese has apologized to her teammates for critical comments made in a recent newspaper article. The Tennessee Titans are embarking on the Cam Ward era, hoping to achieve success similar to the Denver Broncos' experience with Bo Nix. The Indianapolis Colts are looking to turn their fortunes around with new starting quarterback Daniel Jones and defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo. Nick Benito's standout performance has resulted in a substantial financial reward. Ben Shelton and Tommy Paul have withdrawn from the U.S. Davis Cup team due to injuries, leading to the naming of replacements. Aaron Rodgers is set to make his debut with the Pittsburgh Steelers against the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium. The Kansas City Chiefs will face the Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil, with the Chiefs aiming for their 10th consecutive AFC West title. In college football news, a game is scheduled for Friday, September 5th at 9 p.m. Women's college volleyball features a match on Friday, September 5th at 1 p.m. The NFL season opener will feature a primetime showdown between MVPs Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, a rematch of a close playoff contest. From personal triumphs to team strategies, the sports world is constantly unfolding. Tomorrow, we'll be breaking down more of the key matchups and player updates that are shaping the landscape. Dodgers shuffle roster post-injury. Rortvedt arrives, Freeland demoted, Diaz defawed. Following Will Smith's injury, the Dodgers make significant roster moves, calling up catcher Ben Rortvedt, optioning top prospect Alex Freeland, and designating pitcher Alexis Diaz for assignment. The Los Angeles Dodgers are navigating a period of roster adjustments in the wake of catcher Will Smith's injury. While the diagnosis of a bruised right hand provided some relief, Smith is still expected to undergo further evaluation, including a CT scan, and is unlikely to play through the weekend. This necessitates immediate catching support for the team. In response, the Dodgers have swiftly called up catcher Ben Rortvedt to the Major League roster. Rortvedt was acquired at the trade deadline from the Tampa Bay Rays, and his addition addresses the immediate need behind the plate. The roster moves did not stop there. To make room on both the active roster and the 40-man roster, the Dodgers opted to option infielder and highly regarded prospect Alex Freeland to AAA Oklahoma City. Freeland had appeared in 29 games for the Dodgers, providing valuable defensive flexibility, particularly with Max Muncy on the injured list. However, his offensive production was limited. He hit .190 with a .601 ops and struggled with strikeouts, posting a 36% strikeout rate. Despite this, Freeland is viewed as a promising young talent, and the team believes further development in the minor leagues is beneficial. His rapid ascent over the past 2 seasons suggests that this demotion is a temporary setback rather than a definitive conclusion. Perhaps the most significant move is the designation for assignment, DFA, of reliever Alexis Diaz. The Dodgers acquired Diaz, a former All-Star, in a trade with the Cincinnati Reds in late May, hoping to revive his career. However, after 3 months of effort, the experiment has concluded without the desired results. Diaz pitched only 9 innings at the major league level for the Dodgers, posting a 5 ERA and a 5.36 FIP. While his whip was a respectable one, he also surrendered 2 home runs and hit 2 batters during his brief stint. His performance in AAA Oklahoma City was even more concerning, with an 8.1 ERA and a 1.5 whip across 10 innings, marked by 2 home runs and a staggering 10 walks. The Dodgers worked with Diaz for about 3 weeks before sending him to OKC on June 18th. His last appearance on August 30th saw him give up a home run in a 2-2 loss. The Dodgers organization is not necessarily considering the acquisition of Diaz a failed trade, given the minimal resources surrendered and the fact that they have since seen several relievers return from injury, filling bullpen voids. Fans are likely to agree that expectations for Diaz were tempered, considering his struggles with the Reds dating back to 2024. Ultimately, the team took a calculated risk that did not pay off, but they were able to move on without significant detriment. These roster moves underscore the dynamic nature of a Major League Baseball season, where injuries and performance fluctuations necessitate constant adjustments. The Dodgers continue to adapt as they push towards their season goals. Stay tuned as we bring you more of the latest updates from across the sports spectrum. Coming up next, we'll wrap it all up with a quick recap and a look at what's next. And that's a wrap on today's action-packed news. Shohei Ohtani's pitching schedule is adjusted while Will Smith is sidelined. J.J. McCarthy makes his NFL debut as the Vikings face the Bears. Tennis legend Björn Borg is in remission after battling prostate cancer, and the U.S. Open semifinals are set. Finally, the Dodgers have made significant roster moves following an injury. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Hollywood Men for all your essential updates, hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment, leave a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll see you in the next one.